Wow. That was cool. So back on June 28th, Nintendo decided to drop a Nintendo Direct. But it wasn't just a normal Nintendo Direct. It was a Nintendo Direct mini partner something odd showcase thingy-mabobber. I don't know. They said it wasn't going to be first party. It was going to be mini. I don't know how a 28-minute long Direct is mini, but we saw a lot of great games. Still can't believe some of the games we saw in there. We obviously saw Monster Hunter, Skybreak, Daybreak. I'm not sure. I don't play Monster Hunter. We saw that game, which is $40 for DLC, but it's practically a brand new game. That's cool. Blanc, a little non-talking game. There's 2-player co-op. I don't know. It's black and white. Looks really adorable and super cute. Whole bunch of cool stuff. But the number one thing I think that a lot of people are talking about, and it was kind of rumored and speculated for a long time, kind of like this Direct. So before we get into what the biggest announcement of this Direct was, well, at least in my personal opinion, the one that matters the most to me, let's talk about the fact that all those rumors were completely wrong. I love it. Every single day on Twitter, probably like all of June, we were seeing people go, oh, there's going to be a Nintendo Direct. There's going to be a Direct. There's going to be a Direct. We got 2 in June. Amazing. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Cool. Not for me. For you, maybe? Sure. Not me. I don't care. I don't play Xenoblade. Games look fun. I just don't play them. But then we got this little Nintendo Mini Direct, and everyone thought it was coming out on the specific date at a certain time in the middle of the day, year, month, whatever. They were all wrong. I swear, it's like Nintendo's watching and listening and going like, we're going to switch things up a little bit. And I'm happy they did, honestly, because this is cool. I fully believe that. I think they are sitting on a bunch of games that just aren't really up to their standards yet. They're not ready for them to come out. So they were like, hey, let's just kind of see, let's just show everybody what else we got brewing. We got a bunch of friends that are making games for our console that are fun and exciting and awesome. And hey, back at Xbox, they showed off these 3 big titles that we're going to talk about here in a second. So Nintendo was like, hey, they're coming out on ours too. Why don't we let the world know? Also, what about Sonic Frontiers? Like, we got the biggest trailer for it to date, and it was on the Nintendo Mini Direct, which I think is hysterical that Nintendo is the first company to actually put out a legitimate trailer and show a lot more of this game than any other console. Now, does that mean that this is what it's going to look like on the Switch? Because honestly, it doesn't look too bad. But still, I have my doubts about that game. 3D Sonic games aren't exactly the best, but Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast and then Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube are probably some of my favorite games of all time, like the Sonic Adventure games. I'd love to see that come back. Maybe a Sonic Adventure 3, but hey, whatever. Chow Garden, it's never coming back. We're never going to get it over again, folks. But Persona is finally coming to the Nintendo dang Switch. We had Shin Megami Tensei 5 earlier this year. A lot of people played it. Not me. I bought it. Didn't play it. I don't know. It didn't really... I started playing it a little bit, but it just didn't really captivate me too much, which I know is weird. It's a JRPG that everybody loves. And that's what I kind of feel like is going to happen with Persona, because everybody loves these games, but I just, for some reason, there's this thing about them that never really stood out to me. I don't know. I'm going to really try hard to play them on the Switch just because I play everything on my Switch. I mean, I have a shrine to it right here. But needless to say, I'm still excited, but it's kind of weird that we're just now getting Persona 5. It's kind of weird we're just not getting Persona in general. We got 3 announcements, actually. We got Persona 3 Portable coming soon, Persona 4 Golden coming soon, and then Persona 5 Royal, which is coming out October 21st. So a little weird that we're getting the Persona 5, what seems like to be first, before Portable and Golden. But whatever, I guess it doesn't matter because they don't really follow the same story throughout all the games. So it's kind of like Final Fantasy. It doesn't really matter which order you play them in and stuff like that. But it's still kind of weird to just not follow a numerical release date. But yeah, let's kind of talk about Persona 5 a little bit, because that game came out quite a while ago. So it actually came out, Persona 5 came out September 16th, 2016. And I was kind of curious. I have never, like I said, played any of the Persona games. They never really, popped out to me and seemed like games that I would really enjoy. I don't like the whole school aspect. I finally started to get it in Fire Emblem, but that's because it's Fire Emblem? I don't know. Maybe if I grew up playing these games, it'd be a little bit different. Kind of like how I grew up playing Fire Emblem. Love Fire Emblem. But let's just kind of read the synopsis that I found on Wikipedia for Persona 5. Persona 5 is a 2016 role-playing video game developed by Atlas. It takes place in modern-day Tokyo and follows a high school student known by the synonym... Synonym? No. He goes by Joker, who transfers to a new school after being falsely accused of assault and put on probation. Over the course of a school year, he and other students awaken to a special power, becoming a group of vigilantes known as the Phantom Thieves of Hearts. They explore the metaverse, a supernatural realm born from humanity's subconscious desires to steal malevolent intent from the hearts of adults. As with the previous games in the entry series or whatever, the party battles enemies known as shadows using physical manifestations of their psyche known as their personas. The game incorporates role-playing and dungeon-crawling elements alongside social simulation scenarios. Boom, right there. We hit it on the head. Social simulation scenarios. Just, it for me, just, it doesn't, it's not as fun in a JRPG as I was expecting. I didn't think that I would dislike it as much as I do, but when I played Fire Emblem, and we had those social simulation scenarios. I mean, granted, they're not that big. It's not a huge part of it, but it kind of is with the monastery. It doesn't sound that appealing to me. And then also, too, I looked up the total runtime. Like, how long is it going to take to beat it? 103 hours? Why is it so long? What? 103 hours for just Persona 5 Royal. And that's if you don't even play, like, all the extra stuff at the end of the game. That's just main game. They're releasing 3 of these on the Switch now, and I'm expected to play all 3 of them? I guess I don't have to, but I want to experience them. I'm definitely going to try 5. I will play through 5. Maybe not all the way. I maybe not beat it, because 103 hours is a lot. I ain't got that time. But I'm definitely going to buy all 3 of them, because these are games that you're going to want physical on your collection. And I know there is a physical copy of 5 coming out, because I saw it on Twitter. Now I know what you're saying. Twitter could be lying. But I'm pretty sure everybody I see, like OJ, Player S and stuff like that, they're all talking about how there's going to be a physical copy of it. So I'm probably going to get that. But I don't know. I'm excited because I'm looking forward to finally playing these games. I didn't really have a PlayStation throughout my adult life. Like, I had a PS3 late, and I had a PS4 late, I had a Vita late, and, I just never really got around to getting these games. So now that I'm finally having a chance to get it on a dedicated console that I spend the majority of my time with, I'm excited. So, and I know there's so many of you that are also excited. And that was my biggest takeaway from this mini direct is overall, it was pretty fantastic. And I know this video is a little late. The direct was literally almost like 2 weeks ago now. But I didn't want to talk about the entire direct because there were so many games in there, like Super Mario R2, cool. Like I mentioned earlier, Blanc, Super Monkey Island, stuff like that. There's a lot of games. So I didn't want to make a huge video over all those games. I just want to talk about the things that I'm the most excited for, and that is something that I'm the most excited for. So I know you're excited. So let me know down in the comments below, are you planning on picking up all 3 of them? Are you excited that they're finally coming to the Switch? Could you care less at all? Can the Switch even run them? Is Persona 6 finally going to be, or not finally, but is Persona 6 going to be on the Switch day 1? I don't know. Can it run Persona 6? I don't know. These are all questions that keep me up at night. And I bet they keep you up at night too. I couldn't even say that without laughing. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.